everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again to Harmonic Egg Canada's YouTube and watching on whatever platform you might be watching on. I have a very special treat for you today. I have some incredible egg owners that not only have an egg in their space, which is called the Universal Wellness Center, they also run a center that offers different types of yoga. I saw cacao ceremonies last week. They've got infrared saunas, and it just seems like to me that these women are bringing in the best of wellness and health and really creating a hub for everything that maybe is missing in the community around them in Marda-Loop in Calgary, Alberta. And so today we're just going to talk to them about how they found the egg, where they've come from, and sort of their experience so far. So let me start by just introducing, we have twin sisters Carly and Stephanie Takeda. And of course we have Melissa as well, who is one of their yoga teachers as well. So we'll get into all of that. But first, ladies, if you wouldn't mind starting with telling us how you found the egg, and then even before that, you know, where have you come from? What is your background that sort of brought you to this point? And maybe Melissa, we can start with you and kind of go across.
Sure thing. So you want me to start with where we found the egg?
Maybe just an intro.
Oh, the intro
first.
Yeah. So again, I'm Melissa, and I'm the main yoga instructor for our studio at B. I hold most of the yoga classes, and I also do some personal training. So my background is definitely more on the fitness side. I've always had a love for fitness and a big love for yoga and the metaphysics. So that's kind of what drove me down this path.
Yeah. And I'm Stephanie. So I'm doing most of the harmonic egg sessions here. Amongst a lot of other things, we all wear many hats here. And my background, I started studying business, and from there transferred into dental hygiene. I was a dental hygienist for 7 years, and through that really learned a lot about the human body. Always had an interest in wellness, and also through my own journey of exploring different alternative therapies was where I really fell in love with, you know, holistic wellness and energetic therapies. So yeah, that is my background.
Yes, and my name is Carly, and my background is very much so on the business side. So I have a background in predominantly accounting, and then I'm also a certified graphic designer and have explored some roles in marketing. So really it's tied all three of our skill sets together beautifully to create this business, and we all bring a very nice, large, necessary portion to what our business needs. And we've really seen that unfold in the creation of V, and then launching this business, and just every day how our roles truly play a crucial part.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll continue with how we came to discover the egg. So yeah, I guess like any person's journey in life, it's the universe really connected us with the egg at the right time. And all of us, we've had this vision to create a wellness center for a really long time, truly well over a decade. And we've always talked about it, and we weren't always sure exactly what pieces we wanted to incorporate. And it was through just our own, you know, gaining experience through our careers, as well as just life explorations, and really bringing all of that together. And it was really coming across the egg that we were like, this is the thing, you know. So much about it made so much sense to us, and it was truly like a knowing. It was like there was just no doubt in our mind that this was something that was going to be part of our mission here on Earth. And our mission is truly to expand wellness in a time that it's truly needed here on Earth, and definitely within our community here we see a lack thereof. And yeah, it's been a very beautiful journey since discovering the egg and then really putting our business plan together to create the entire center. And of course, as Paige mentioned, drawing in more elements. So, you know, with Melissa's yoga background, that was a no-brainer, as well as we just see it as such a crucial part that people can have as part of their overall wellness. And then the infrared saunas, same thing. It was just the benefits of infrared sauna and all of these things, the way they can tie together to create a whole picture for someone and really support their entire wellness journey.
Amazing. I love that. And was it, for you ladies, was it Gaia where you first saw the egg?
It was, yeah. So it was the interview with Gail on Gaia, and yeah, we saw it and it was just like, yes. Yeah.
I can attest to the amount of energy behind these ladies and their mission, because when we started on this journey, getting, you know, all signed up for the egg and you knew the egg was coming, we had like, what was it, a year, at least a year wait before it wasn't even in the country yet. We were kind of, we knew that we had a year anticipation. But that actually worked out well for you guys. You kind of were like in transition with your careers, in life, and we always joke that like the egg knows when it needs to come, and it seemed like the timeline that we could give you was the timeline that you really needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, truly. And even, you know, there's so many things that go into opening a center like this, and it was funny, even the set timeline, we hit road bumps along the way, absolutely. And, you know, as Paige knows, where we opened, it was a completely bare concrete room, very large room, and that we built the space, you know, from the ground up, truly. And so the delivery of the date of the egg, it was set kind of in stone. And after hitting a couple road bumps with, you know, getting our business license and just putting all those pieces into place, you know, the egg ended up coming before we even built walls or in this space. And so we all had the egg, this whole empty room, and we literally built the space around the egg. But even though that extended our timeline, it was truly, like Paige said, the time that we needed, and everything really happened in divine order.
Yeah, I love that. So let's talk a little bit about what your experience has been like. Maybe Stephanie, you can start here. What's your experience been since becoming a practitioner and having the egg, I guess, for all of you in your own space with your own, you can use it yourselves, is your own sort of treatment for yourself and your own lives. How has that been?
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing in so many different ways, and it's really incredible to be able to connect with people and help them on such a profound level. And I'm still amazed, you know, all the time with what it can do and seeing those changes in people. But yeah, it's been truly incredible and magical, and, you know, so many synchronicities and just the way that everything happens with the egg. And again, just like what it can do for people, it's truly amazing. It still blows me away.
Wow. Any personal experiences of your own egg sessions since you've had her with you, or him?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think for all of us, it's like hard to imagine what life would be like without it now, you know, because, you know, starting a new business and it's busy for us. You know, we have a lot on our plates sometimes. And every time we can do a session, it's just like, it puts you back into that state where you truly just feel like yourself. Your mind is clear, like everything just feels so aligned, and not just, you know, physically and energetically on an individual level, but the way that things will play out for us, you know, in our business and in our lives, you know, when we can stay in that really aligned state. And the egg is really such a powerful tool to keep us in that state. And every session is different, you know, for each of us, and from session to session for each of us. And it's really helped us to really expand and grow, and now being able to really experience what, you know, in those nuanced ways, what sound and light can do. It's very special.
Yeah, I can even add to that in the sense that all of us too, we're all just like our entire community on our own healing journey. and on our own journeys in life, and just how much the egg has been able to support that along the way. And all these things that we're doing, you know, they're all new and they're all helping us grow, and there's, you know, the ups and downs of life that come with it, and we're just so grateful to have the egg too to help us along that journey.
I feel very grateful that I can hop in there weekly and get this reset. I do feel like it's this supercharged meditation, right? My mind is clear, everything just starts to work in a way that feels effortless, right? Things start flowing better. So it's really improved my life in a way that, you know, there's a lot of chaos on the outside, and it just pulls everything back into work in a really beautiful state of flow.
That is so true. And I remember setting up, you know, my wellness center and also being the sales agent. There was so much of your heart and your mind going back and forth of, you know, holding compassionate space for people, yet having to be business minded, doing this or that. And you can kind of get lost in that juggle of, you know, the duality of that and kind of going back and forth. And the egg was always that time to just, okay, you are infinite, you are eternal, like all this window dressing that you're worried about is not really important. It will all work out, and it always does. Which is so hard for people to believe and let go of, and then as soon as they do, we see the flow return and the balance return, which
That's
is
great.
Yeah.
And it does, like, it allows you, it almost like puts you in a place where you really do trust that, you know, you trust your intuition, you trust that flow, and that allows, you know, everything to flow so much more beautifully.
Absolutely. Are there any stories that you have with clients that you've worked with, maybe a favorite story of, you know, someone came out of there and what they said or what they experienced that really resonates with you?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, honestly. There's so many, like, just to see the changes that happen for people, like whether it's improving their sleep, reducing their stress and anxiety. And these are people who have tried so many different things, right? And they've been on a long journey, and it's been a long struggle for them. And for them to now have such major shifts in those things that are really like debilitating for them and affect their lives so much, it's very profound. Also, the way that it helps people to just feel empowered. And I always say, like, it's not just what it's doing, you know, for you, whether it's physically or emotionally or mentally, but how it puts you in this state where you want to make the right decisions for yourself in the days to follow and the weeks to follow. You're just aligned with all of those things that are for your highest good. There was a really amazing story too. So a young man, he had mitochondrial dysfunction. So he was diagnosed with this a couple years ago, and basically it left him feeling like in a lot of pain, lots of physical pain, just from head to toe, like all of his muscles, everything. It was hard for him to even go for a walk. He told me he did, you know, a 10-minute workout one day, and it put him in the hospital for over a week. So it was quite severe. His mood was down. He couldn't sleep, just his mental state. He felt just really bad chronic fatigue. He was always really tired. And so, yeah, it really, like, you know, had a big effect on his life. And he came, and by his probably third session, he was able to go and, you know, go out for walks every single day. He was sleeping better. His mood was better. Like, his energy levels were better. Like, everything. It was a major, major shift for him. And it was truly, he's very kind of like calm and kind of quiet. I think I was like almost more excited than he was. I was just like, wow, like, this is so amazing. I just couldn't believe it, right? It was so, so incredible. And it's always interesting to see too, because he was kind of like, yeah, he was, you know, a bit skeptical, didn't know if it was going to work. And then by the second one, you know, he had some changes, but he was kind of like, I don't know, it could just be coincidence. And now when he's come for quite a few more sessions now when he comes, he's like, yeah, I thought it was coincidence at first, but now I know it's definitely not just a coincidence. So it's amazing to see how it shifts people, and when they really experience what it does for them, they truly are, you know, in that belief of what it can do.
Yeah, and that's an incredible story about that man. I'm so happy that, you know, we're able to share these stories. And you bring up a great point. It's not a magic pill. It's not a one and done, especially if you've had chronic issues for years and years. Don't expect to come in and, you know, everything is black and white and shifted. You will notice change. You will start seeing those synchronicities or that flow. Like, give it a chance. Like, come back, stick to the protocol, you know, listen to your practitioner in terms of recommendations that they're making otherwise with, you know, certain things that'll actually help your process at home or to carry out the, you know, the longevity of your session as well. Because yeah, sometimes it's that second or third session where you're going, oh, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Now I understand it, right? So that's really great. All right, well, ladies, this has been incredible. I'm so glad that we've had this time to talk. I just want to, you know, leave you with one parting question, which would be, you know, through this whole process and to get where you are now today, is there any advice that you would want to pass on to someone interested in pursuing a business with the egg?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's really important to be the right person, to be the right egg practitioner, right? It's not just any kind of job for any person. And it's important to have a mission, you know, it really, and to be connected with that, because all three of us, like, it is our mission to help people and to help people to thrive and help them to be their most optimal selves. And when you're connected to that mission, that's what's fueling every day of this practice, right? And it's, you know, it's been an amazing and magical journey, but it certainly hasn't been easy either. And you have to be, and that's where I think having that mission is incredibly important, because, you know, you have to have something that's going to drive you. You have to have something that's going to make you want to do this and do it from your heart, you know?
For all of us, you know, it's just adding to that, it's us truly fulfilling what we feel is our life's purpose. And, you know, that coming to that point, really, it takes time, and you have to allow that to happen at the right time for you and at the right time in your place in life. And as Steph said, like, it really has to come from the heart, because there's no other way to do this, you know. And it's truly been in divine timing, and it's been such a long time. I mean, just from, you know, I think of all the way back to, I mean, we all go so far back. I mean, Steph and I, obviously, as far as the womb. And, you know, we've known Melissa since junior high, and our relationship over the years has truly developed through us being on our own paths, but also just staying connected and harnessing that relationship together. And we've truly become a family. We're true soul family, soul sisters. And yeah, we're just very grateful to be on this journey together. And, you know, that's not to say any person needs a whole team. It's whatever is right for you to be able to do something like this. And
that's why it's so important to truly do that inner work, to really know yourself, because if you don't know yourself, there's no way for you to really know what resonates with you and what doesn't. And I think that's really important. And, you know, knowing ourselves and knowing those things, trusting our intuition, that's guided us the entire way along this journey. And I think that's really important.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Melissa, any parting words?
I'm just so grateful for all this. I'm grateful for you coming into our
Very
lives.
much so.
Growing.
Yeah. I think it's also important too for everyone to remember that we really are energetic beings, and that, you know, every cell, tissue, bone, organ in our bodies is resonating at a certain frequency. And when those, you know, cells or organs or whatever it is are not resonating at their optimal frequency, that's when disease sets in. And that's where, you know, using vibration and frequency through that sound and light is such an incredible way to heal and to really be your most optimal self.
If I can encourage anyone, it's just continue to explore life, to expand, to, you know, connect with the things that truly align with your true nature, and, you know, continue to shed those things that don't, and continuing to move forward on that journey, you will just move closer and closer to what is for you, and how you can continue to be part and a bigger part and connect with this entire universal consciousness. And it's really about that. We are all one, we are all connected, and it's really bringing that connection together.
Oh, ladies, I love talking to you because
We love talking to you.
it always ends up here where we're talking about consciousness and energy and helping people and helping the planet. And every time I connect with any of you, and I know your clients feel this, the vibe is always high. It's always positive. I think it oozes off the camera screen. I hope those watching can really feel into that energy that you guys exude. And I think you've put all of that heart energy together into Be Universal, and even your social media oozes that energy and positivity and support. So anyone interested in looking into their own health and wellness and tapping into their own sacred divine powers, I recommend you go see Carly, Stephanie, and Melissa at Be Universal in Marda Loop in Calgary. They will take excellent care of you. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today.
So much. If anyone does want to find any more information about our business, or even just check out our social media and see a little bit more about what we're about, so our website is www.beuniversal.com, and our social handle is @beuniversal.
Perfect, and we will put that below in any description so you can find that super easy. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so
Paige.
much.